Hello, this is Strawberry Ink. I apologize for my inactivity. I've been recovering from sickness. And I am back to my main home. Although I've been switching from place to place lately and between places. So today's episode is dedicated to September 11th, 2001, a day that changed the nation and the world forever. You guys probably know what I'm talking about. At 8:46 a.m., American Airlines Flight 11 struck the North Tower of the World Trade Center in New York City. 17 minutes later, at 9:03 a.m., United Airlines Flight 175 crashed into the South Tower. At 9:37 a.m., American Airlines Flight 77 struck the Pentagon. At 10:03 a.m., United Airlines Flight 93 went down in Pennsylvania in a field after brave passengers fought back against the hijackers. Audio captured and filed by the FBI shows people yelling in English, people threatening to attack these hijackers, and people saying goodbye to their families on phones connected to these planes. Then, lots of banning could be heard before the plane went down and crashed. These hijackers were indeed attacked. And these hijackers were Muslims, people who believed in the Muslim religion, people from the Middle East. They had finished college and high school in their Middle Eastern countries. Some even studied in the United States, but they were brainwashed for several years, and they eventually became suicidal. They were willing to die because somebody who raised them, who manipulated them for throughout their whole life, told them they were gonna die for Allah. Because of that, they were willing to cause mass destruction and to lose not only their life, but have hundreds of people lose their lives as well, to damage families. Their families, most of them are not damaged. They're sad about losing their child, but they're somehow proud of their child, and there are still rallies in those Middle Eastern countries, organizations, and gatherings of people celebrating these terrorist attacks. People yelling death to America, and I know America is not perfect, but there are some good people, there are brave people, and people not part of the government could still work hard and be kind to others. It is very sad that these individuals, they were born to the wrong people and ended up doing the wrong things. They killed so many people that never did anything to them, and there was really no serious issue affecting them back then, honestly. So, nearly 3,000 innocent people lost their lives that day. Thousands more were injured, and countless families, friends, and communities were forever scarred. Every year, we pause to honor their memory. Lots of us watch the naming ceremony, which I do, to reflect the bravery of first responders, the resilience of survivors, and the unity that carried so many through the darkest hours. I promise to discuss everything in detail. I do not want to follow the typical public education system, only doing some kind of small ceremony. I want to discuss details, statuses, and I promise to do it right now and continue doing so in the future. Every 24 years, the search for justice continues. At Guantanamo Bay, 5 leaders of Al Qaeda accused of plotting the 9/11 attacks, including Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, who was considered the alleged mastermind. These 5 remain in pretrial proceedings. They have not had their trial yet, even though it's been so many years. After years of delays, legal battles, and controversy surrounding torture and admissibility of evidence, they are still awaiting trial. They've been tortured either by not being allowed to sleep or being waterboarded, meaning military personnel interrogating them, working as detectives, put a wet towel on their faces to suffocate them. These are methods of interrogating and methods of torture in which I really do not agree with this. If they're in jail, they're already having a hard time. They're inmates and they're human beings. They should just have them answer the questions they want and gather evidence, which there is enough evidence to take them to trial. And if secrets of the government are being spread, so what? That's okay. It is important to make them be put on trial. They are facing the death penalty in military court, in the Guantanamo Bay Military Court, and 3 of them have already been negotiating plea deals to plead guilty in exchange for a life sentence. If they receive that life sentence, or once they receive it, they will most likely be taken to a different facility for sentenced military inmates. Who knows which one will be used? As of now, plea negotiations will continue to be underway. This case is not over for sure. Prosecutors and Florida defense attorneys are working toward possible agreements that could resolve the case without a full death penalty trial. The process has been long and complex, and the outcome remains uncertain. In future episodes, we'll be covering Al Qaeda itself, the organization between the attacks, in a separate show this will be in. There, we'll look into its origins, its leaders, and the trials of other members who face justice in America and international courts. But today we remember the lives lost, the firefighters who ran into the towers, the police officers who guided others to safety, the passengers on Flight 93 who sacrificed themselves to stop another attack, and the families who still grieve. September 11th is more than just history, it is memory, and it is legacy. This has been Strawberry Ink. Thank you for joining me in honoring the victims and survivors of September 11th, 2001. We will never forget that day. And if any of you are struggling either mentally or physically and are frustrated with any party, please reach out to me. I'd love to speak to you. I know being a Muslim may not be easy, and many Muslims are good people, and I truly have a heartfelt sorry expressed to them. So please reach out to me if you're experiencing any of those struggles. Have a good rest of your day and take it easy.